Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Silver Tongue. And today we're gonna talk about this novel. I want every single person to read this book. Like every single person. They need to understand that how important this book is for the well-being of people. And yeah, so let's talk about the book, shall we? We're talking about Radio Silence by Alice Osman. And this book, first of all, I would like to say like the CBSE results came out very recently, and I really, really, really recommend all of the kids to read this book because not just that it talks about issues that we as teens go through, not a teen anymore, but I understand what it feels like to be a teenager, of course. So most of us have gone through like this sort of phase in our life where we're transitioning between like school to university, and which is happening to a lot of teenagers right now. So they should definitely read this novel. So, like usual, there will be two sections, one spoilery, one non-spoiler. So we'll start with the non-spoiler section. So the basic story revolves around this girl named Frances, who is the head girl of her school, is excellent at studies, is the favorites of of the teachers, and her students envy her, of course. She's like she's ambitious as fuck. Okay, she's uh, always what should I say, aiming for the best. She is um, always preparing for tests and homework, and she's always keeping herself busy in schoolwork. She's like exactly like me when I was back in school. Like there's no difference. Because I was also like, just like her. Then there's this flip side to her that nobody knows about. So she's also a big fangirl of a YouTube podcast show called Universe City. You get it? Universe City. And she's like a really big fan of Universe City. She makes those drawings of the characters, and very soon the artist, like the creator of Universe City, figures out about this girl, and they send her a message asking if she would want to work with them, and she's super excited about it, but like nobody can find out about it. So the story kind of builds up from there. The writing style is so beautiful. Like it's a 403 pages long novel, but it feels like this crisp snack you have like on a rainy day, which fills you up, yet it's not extremely heavy either. It doesn't feel like it's such a long novel. It's gone in a clip. Also, the characters are so beautiful and diverse. There are a lot of issues in this novel which are so important, and I am so glad that they were discussed. We talked about the education system, we talk about fan culture, fandoms, we talk about sexualities, about family relations, and so on and so forth. So now I'm going to get into the spoiler section. Please, 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 please go read this book and then come and watch this section, because oh God, I just cannot recommend this more. Okay, this is probably the best book I read in a very, very long time. Okay, I usually I have this thing about contemporary novels where I'm not really satisfied with them, but I have I'm trying to settle myself with it somehow. uh, I'm trying to convince myself like this is how contemporary novels are. But that this book just like it disproved me wrong. It told me like contemporary novels can be amazingly good. So yeah, for this non spoiler section ends up here. We are going to enter the spoiler section now. So I'm going to give you 3 seconds to leave. One, two, three, bam. Okay, so I gave this book a 5 star out of 5 star. No surprises, are there? So there is this thing that I want to talk about first. That is the fan culture, the fandoms as we know them. So I have been part of a lot of fandoms, either it be Harry Potter or One Direction or BTS or even Twilight for a while. I'm guilty about that, but I was there at some point. So there is a lot of things that I have learned being in the fandoms, being in these fandoms particularly, that there is a lot of positivity as well as negativity that you see in these fandoms. Because, for example, I'll talk about One Direction. Whenever one of the boys dated a person, they were targeted a lot and they were, you know, harassed and sent threats and a lot of issues were there. We see this in the book as well when Alid stops creating university. He he is threatened a lot and he's sent hate messages, and that's just not fair. Okay, because the creator has some at least some sort of right over the story or over whatever content they are creating. And if they're not given that um, you know freedom of creation and destruction, then I don't think so it's worth it. We also okay, wait, I just need to check a thing. Okay. Yeah. Also, a very important part of this book was the platonic friendship relationship between Alid and Francis. It's so important that, like, these days people don't write about boy and girl friendship in YA novels, which, like, it's very rare. We hardly find them. It's like a unicorn. Okay. But in this novel, we see like how much they love each other, Alid and Francis, yet they're not a thing. They don't have to be. Boys and girls don't have to be a thing all the time. They can just be friends. I love that quote from the novel, I am platonically in love with you. Like, because that's true. Like, I I wish I could say that to so many people, but they'll take me for like, yeah, never mind. Yeah, also the main focus of Radio Silence is on the education system in the current generation, and it's it's important that we see that it is not helping. Okay, whatever we are teaching to our kids these days is not how it should be. Um a lot of people do not understand this at time, that it's not important to go out for generic courses, like like for example, Frances in the book, she doesn't she she loves art, but she goes out to study literature when she's clearly not good at it. So why not do arts when you can do it better than the stuff that you think you should do, because that will make you look clever. I mean, who cares if you're clever or not? Like, that's not the point. The thing is, you should do what you enjoy the most. And that is what I want, like, the passing batch of 2020 to know, that, guys, it's okay if you do not want to do something extremely, academic. It's completely okay. It doesn't take, degrees to become like a YouTuber, for example. But it's important that you understand what you love, what you like, and to work towards it. And that is and it's very important message that I learned from this book. The next point that I want to talk about is the whole concept of sexualities that this book talked about. It and it also talked about a lot of different ethnic representations, which is very, very good. I have not read um, like a lot of I've not read a lot of books from different representations, but this one had clearly a very good representation, ethnic representation. We had like a Indian girl, a half Korean boy, and our main character is half, I don't know what. I'm sorry, but she's also from a different ethnicity. Um, so and also we see different sexualities being talked about in this novel, which is I really, really appreciate, because they should be talked about more often in contemporary literature. Also, you see how romance is not just the center of all contemporary novels. Like, usually it is assumed that like romance is for contemporary is equal to romance, but that's not it. Like, this book proves all those things wrong. And yep, that's it, I think, for today. And I just love this book so much. And I would be delighted if you guys also, give it a try, and let me know about how you liked it down in the comment section. And I think that's it for today. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and you will be notified every time I post another video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Till then, bye.